Lake Crescent? Even the name sounds mysterious. This enigmatic body of water, nestled in the heart of the Olympic Peninsula, has long been a source of fascination and wonder. Nestled amidst the towering peaks of the Olympic Mountains, the lake sits, a jewel of deep, unsettling blue. Its waters are so clear that you can see down to depths that seem to go on forever, adding to its mystique. Its surface, often mirror-smooth, reflects the sky like a sheet of polished obsidian. On calm days, the lake becomes a perfect mirror, doubling the beauty of the surrounding landscape. But beneath this beauty, a darkness lurks. The water, icy cold and startlingly clear, plunges to unimaginable depths. Divers have explored its depths, only to find an eerie silence and a world untouched by time. Legends whisper of its bottom, a place where sunlight never reaches and ancient secrets lie undisturbed. Some say that the lake holds the spirits of those who have perished in its depths, their stories lost to the cold, dark waters. The old-growth forests that crowd the shoreline add to the lake's eerie charm. These ancient trees have stood for centuries, witnessing the passage of time and the secrets the lake holds. Towering Douglas firs and western hemlocks stand like silent sentinels, their branches draped in moss. They create a canopy that filters the light, casting the forest floor in a perpetual twilight. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and pine needles. Every step on the forest floor is cushioned by a thick layer of fallen leaves and needles, adding to the sense of isolation and mystery. As dusk descends, shadows stretch and twist, taking on ominous shapes. The forest comes alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures, adding to the lake's haunting atmosphere. It is a place of haunting beauty, a place where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Lake Crescent is not just a destination, it is an experience, a journey into the heart of nature's most enigmatic and eerie wonders. Hallie was a ray of sunshine. Born and raised in the small town of Port Angeles, she was known for her infectious laugh and kind heart. She loved to wander the shores of Lake Crescent, collecting colourful stones and watching the eagles soar overhead. Her laughter echoed through the trees, a sound of pure joy. Life was simple, but Hallie found magic in every moment. She dreamed of adventures beyond the confines of her small town. She longed to travel the world, to experience new cultures, to make her mark on the world. Little did she know, her greatest adventure and her greatest tragedy would unfold in the shadow of her beloved lake. Monty Illingworth arrived in Port Angeles like a storm cloud. He was handsome, with a charming smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Hallie, young and full of hope, was swept off her feet. They married quickly, much to the concern of her friends and family. Behind Monty's charisma lurked a darkness. He was controlling and possessive, isolating Hallie from her loved ones. Her once vibrant spirit began to dim. The laughter that used to fill their home was replaced by an unsettling silence. Whispers of Monty's temper and Hallie's bruises spread through the town. Fear had replaced hope in Hallie's eyes. The once bright sunshine had been swallowed by the encroaching darkness. The storm broke on a night much like this one. Rain lashed against the windows of their small cabin on the lake's edge. The wind howled like a banshee, whipping the lake into a frenzy. Neighbors later reported hearing a fight, Hallie's voice raised in terror, cut short by a chilling silence. The following morning, Monty emerged from the cabin alone. He claimed Hallie had left him, run off with another man, but the townspeople were suspicious. Hallie would never leave without a word, especially not in the midst of such a storm. Fear turned to dread as days turned into weeks, and Hallie remained missing. The lake, once a source of joy, now held a sinister secret. Section 5. The Lady of the Lake. 1 month to the day after Hallie's disappearance, a group of fishermen made a gruesome discovery. They had set out early that morning, the mist still clinging to the surface of Lake Crescent, unaware of the horror that awaited them. They were out on Lake Crescent, their lines cast into the depths, when their net snagged on something heavy. The fog was thick, and visibility was low, adding to the eerie atmosphere that surrounded them. Hauling with all their might, they brought their catch to the surface. The weight of the net was unusual, and their hearts pounded with a mix of fear and curiosity. It wasn't a fish that filled their net, but a body. The sight was shocking, and the realization of what they had found sent chills down their spines. The body of Hallie Illingworth. Her disappearance had been a mystery, and now here she was, brought back from the depths of the lake. Her face, once radiant with life, was now a mask of horror, preserved by the icy water and a strange phenomenon known as adiposity. The cold temperatures had kept her body in a state of eerie preservation. The fatty tissues of her body had transformed into a waxy substance, creating a death mask, a chilling reminder of her fate. This transformation, known as adiposity, had turned her into a ghostly figure, forever etched in the memories of those who found her. The Lady of the Lake, they called her, her spirit forever bound to the depths. The legend of Hallie Illingworth lives on, a haunting tale that echoes through the misty waters of Lake Crescent, reminding all who hear it of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. Section 6. Whispers in the Wind. Tales of the White Dress. The discovery of Hallie's body sent shockwaves through the small community, but it also unleashed a torrent of chilling tales. People started reporting strange occurrences around the lake. Fishermen claimed to hear whispers carried on the wind, a woman's voice calling out in the dead of night. Hikers on the lakeshore trails spoke of a figure in a white dress, flitting through the trees at the edge of their vision. Tourists at the historic Lake Crescent Lodge reported feeling an icy hand on their shoulders, a sudden chill in the air, even on the warmest of summer days. Was it Hallie's restless spirit, seeking solace, or perhaps vengeance? Section 7. Justice served, a spirit unsettled. Monty Illingworth was arrested and charged with Hallie's murder. The evidence against him was circumstantial but damning. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. Justice, it seemed, had been served. But had it truly? The haunting at Lake Crescent continued. The stories persisted, whispers of the lady in white, the chilling laughter carried on the wind. Some dismissed it as superstition, the overactive imaginations of grief-stricken townspeople. Others believed it was Hallie, her spirit unable to find peace, forever bound to the lake she loved in life and where she met her tragic end. Section 8. Hallie's legacy, a reminder. The story of Hallie Illingworth is a tragedy that has echoed through time, leaving an indelible mark on the community. It's a reminder that darkness can lurk in the most beautiful of places, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to emerge, and that even the most idyllic settings can harbor sinister secrets, secrets that can shatter lives and haunt generations. But it's also a story of courage, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of a community. A community that came together to demand justice for one of their own, refusing to let Hallie's story be forgotten. Today, a bench sits on the shore of Lake Crescent, overlooking the water, a silent sentinel to her memory. It's a place for reflection, a place where people can come to find peace and remember Hallie, a place to remember Hallie and the countless others who have been victims of domestic violence. Their stories etched into the fabric of our history. It's a reminder that we must never stay silent in the face of abuse, that our voices can be a powerful force for change. We must always be vigilant, always watching out for one another, ready to act when needed, always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need, to offer support and comfort, and to stand together against the darkness. Section 9. Remember her name. As you stand on the shores of Lake Crescent, feel the wind on your face, listen closely. Can you hear the whispers? Can you feel the chill? Remember Hallie's story. Remember her name. And never forget that the fight for justice, for peace, and for an end to violence continues.